UFC 168 is in the books, our last event of the year 2013. Maybe the best year in the history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And we talk about fights of the year, I got to talk about Gilbert Melendez and Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight. And a crazy fight because both guys chose to make it a crazy fight. They talked about it beforehand, and then they went out and did it. They said they were going to stand in front of each other and throw bombs, and that's exactly what they did. And Gilbert got the best of it for the first 2 rounds, but Diego caught him with a terrifying punch in the third, rocked him, had his eyes roll back behind his head, and almost finished Gilbert Melendez. It was a war. It was a crazy fight. It might have been fight of the year, except you got to think about Mark Hunt versus Bigfoot.
Heavyweights going at it for 5 rounds.
Just an unbelievable war. I mean, just a crazy fight between 2 of the biggest guys in the division, throwing bombs at each other. Both guys hurt. Just an unbelievable pace for 2 heavyweights. It was an incredible, incredible fight, and I agree with you. I think this is probably the greatest year ever for mixed martial arts.
There's no question. Definitely the greatest year for Anthony Pettis. He becomes the new lightweight champion. George St. Pierre walks away for now. Johnny Hendricks now is going to fight Robbie Lawler. We've got a lot to look forward to as well.
Johnny Hendricks versus Robbie Lawler is going to be insanity. That's going to be a crazy fight. Of course, Chris Weidman beating Anderson Silva, winning the title, and now defeating him again in the rematch. Unbelievable. 2 unbelievable fights. And of course, 2014, we have some big, big fights coming up. The return of Dominic Cruz taking on Renan Barão for the undisputed bantamweight title. A lot of people feel like Renan Barão right now is the bantamweight champion.
Absolutely.
Because he's defended it
been
twice.
Over 2 years.
Yes, and against high-level competition. And then, of course, John Jones has to face Glover Teixeira, who is a killer for the light heavyweight title after this harrowing fight with Gustafsson, which is another great fight for 2013.
Absolutely. So he's still in the picture. But, you know, we could argue all day long, or we could debate all day long who had the best year in 2013. But I'm going to throw out the name Vitor Belfort. Not just winning, but winning in big-time fashion.
Not only that, he looks like he's getting better.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like Joe Silva said it best. He's like Vitor downloaded a Taekwondo black belt into his brain somehow. Something happened to Vitor over the last 2 years, and he has just been spectacular. Whether it's newfound discipline, diet, it's a little something else. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, he has been absolutely spectacular. The Michael Bisping KO comes to mind.
Yes.
The unbelievable fight with Michael Bisping, just a beautiful head kick. The Luke Rockhold fight comes to mind. Vitor Belfort is on fire, and him versus Chris Weidman is going to be an incredible matchup.
Cannot wait to see it. Honorable mention maybe to Travis Brown, who had a big year. I know we're forgetting some others, but everyone, thank you for the great shows you put on in 2013. We cannot wait for next month.